Our final game of the divisional round of the 2023 NFL playoffs. This one will be a game for the ages. The Bills think this one is a rivalry for them, which it probably is, just not so much for the Chiefs, as Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs head
I think
into
no, come
Buffalo,
on. They
take
they
on the
beat us in the
Bills,
regular season all the time. This is a rivalry for us. Come on.
who are 2.5 point
He's always
favorites
looking
at
for ways
home.
to count out a professional football team. I don't get him. I don't get him.
I don't. Do I see this as a
So
rivalry game?
definitive, like
Sure,
everything's
as
an
much as I
ultimatum.
see just as much as I
Are they
see
good or are they shit?
the rivals, against the Chargers or the Broncos or the Raiders, like Cincinnati is more of a rivalry game than the Bills have been.
I think the Bills and the Bengals are our two new rivals, and our division doesn't mean as much
I would,
anymore.
I would agree.
The one big thing I'm worried about during this game is if the Bills fans are actually going to sacrifice one of their fans to the pit again.
Are they gonna throw snowballs at us? Are they gonna send like a mercenary out on the field and fucking break Pat's leg? Like these Bills Mafia people are unhinged and anything could happen.
Bo, have you heard about the sacrificing to the pit? Did you get that reference?
No.
So the Bills are building a new stadium, and uh, at the stadium that they're building, they've currently dug the basically the pit of where they're going to lay the foundation and everything.
Right.
What was it? It was mid season, Sean.
It was
Uh,
December 10th against the Chiefs, actually.
okay, so against the Chiefs, somebody fell into that pit, and ever since then, the Bills season has completely done a 180, and they've gone on that winning streak. And every single week since then, somebody has thrown themselves into this pit.
Seriously?
Yep.
Seriously, somebody
This is
has
what
a
I'm
Bills
talking
fan
about. They're
has
unhinged, bro. They there's no control up there.
yes, they have thrown themselves into this pit every single week, and they have continued to win. So that is where
Bills
they
fans are
are
just
now.
Andy Dwyering themselves weekly. Like this pit's got to be way bigger than the one in Parks and Rec, though. Like this pit's got to be fucking huge, right?
Yeah,
Are they
it would
dying
fit a
every
stadium.
time? Are they?
It's not dying.
No.
It's not that deep. It's good, probably. I don't know how deep it actually is, but it's pit worthy.
I mean, I'm thinking a pit for a football stadium's got to be massive, right?
I don't know how far deep down. I don't know how far the digging has commenced at this point in time, but I do. I've seen the pictures. It's
It's definitely a
probably
pit.
at least 5 or 6 feet down.
Okay, this is not helping. All right,
You're not helping.
Are we going to talk about the game?
I am oddly, very weirdly confident in this game. So, Matt Milano's been out for a while. He'll be out in this game and the remainder of the season. That's
He was out
one
when
of the
they
better
beat us,
linebackers.
though. He was out when they beat us. He was
No,
already out when they beat us.
no, Matt Milano was in.
No, he
No,
was out.
he was out.
Oh, was he out? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He's been out since pretty early in the season.
okay. My bad. So Matt Milano's out. Actually, they're on linebackers number 4 and number 5. The rest of their top three linebackers since Matt Milano left is also out for the rest of the season. I think they've lost a couple of DBs, and they're just not all there. And when we lost to them, looking back at it, we were out Drew Tranquil, we were out Nick Bolton, Isaiah Pacheco. Uh, they're all back. They're all back. We lost the game by a fluke penalty, which I'll never give it up to the refs. Whatever. I think we lost that game on our own fruition. Like, don't put
But
yourself in that position.
it was within one possession. Like we
We're right there. I'll say this. I'm oddly
and
confident
we
in this
played
game,
terrible.
and
Played bad.
I
Terrible.
would go as far
Terrible.
to say that Kadarius Tony. This is the Kadarius Tony revenge game.
He's finally hopping on, man. Look at
Put
this.
put your money on Kadarius Tony.
Revenge game or just redemption game for the season. Like
There's nothing that could redeem him from the season that he has had.
Take another ring, wouldn't?
Yeah.
For his performance this season, a ring is going to redeem the team, but not redeem him individually in the sense
What?
of like I'm thinking of like contract terms. Do we resign him? Does he get a bag from somebody else? Whatever that may be. Yeah, it probably redeems him for this season if we end up getting a ring, but that's a different conversation than just this one game.
7 catches, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. Is he redeemed?
Two
No,
touchdowns.
0 drops. 0 drops. Redeemed?
I
You
don't think
said
that's
what was
realistic.
that stat line you
One.
said?
He didn't
Seven
even have one.
catches, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 drops.
One drop.
Does that redeem him?
One drop.
For the season, sure. I
For old
say that
time's
would
sake.
redeem him. I'd say that redeem him for the season, sure. I don't know if I'd still be willing to give him an additional contract, an extension. If I
Oh,
was
no.
another team, I don't think I'd go and give him the bag. But yeah, sure. I mean, fine.
He just needs to do something.
Something extraordinary, and I think this is the game to do it. It's a redemption game. It's a
Listen,
revenge
I'm
tour.
ready to
Darius Tony.
forgive him at one touchdown, okay? Like a one touchdown and make sure we win this game, okay? Like I'm on board with
No more
anybody.
dropping the ball.
We're going to the ship. Let's go.
No more off.
If you can match Patrick Mahomes' energy in the playoffs and get us a dub, I love you. You play for my favorite team. We ride or die together.
You guys don't like that I'm confident
We're
in
not
this
like
game.
this.
How are you guys feeling?
We're like this.
Yeah,
Be like this.
I was feeling really, really confident
Like
until
this.
you said you were confident. Now I'm just confident. Not really, really confident, but feeling great about the game. It's going to be a very exciting game to watch. Prime time. This is the first true test of Patrick Mahomes' playoff career. You could say, actually going on the road, playing the Bills. Something the Bills have wanted for the past 3 years is us in Buffalo. They think being in Buffalo will be the reason they beat us. Patrick likes being the villain. Let him be the villain this
I'm ready
time.
for the villain era. Let's go to somebody else's home and take it from them.
Bring
We
some
don't have to
excitement here.
host the AFC Championship game. We're just that good.
Well, let's take a break this year. Let's let somebody else have it. We'll still win it, but let's let somebody else have it.
Who knows? Maybe the Texans win.
No, I don't think there's a single team in the NFL that can beat us if we stick to the formula that we had against the Dolphins. The cold weather game formula. The only thing that we didn't do in that game was like execute in the red zone, get touchdowns. Okay, if we can finish drives the rest of the way in this playoffs, we are unbeatable. Okay, Pacheco 20 to 25 carries per game. The only two other targets will be Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice. Okay, Pat's gonna have between 20 and 50 rushing yards. All right, that's the formula. That is how we will beat teams. The defense is gonna do what it does.
The big thing the defense needs to do this week is just stop James Cook. He's the one that killed us really bad the first time we played them. L'Jarius Sneed shut down Stephon Diggs pretty easily. Looks like we just have to shut down James Cook and try to limit Josh Allen's crazy plays that he does.
Yeah, I mean, just taking
if he
a
tries to
quick
hurdle
look.
one of us, I hope we hurt him.
You've taken a quick look at their schedule. Since losing or since beating the Kansas City Chiefs, they're on a 5-game win streak, including the playoffs. I'm not going to include the playoff game here. So in the regular season, 4 games, they only played one cold weather team, and that was the Patriots. They had the Cowboys, the Chargers, and the Dolphins, and they beat the Dolphins in Miami. They had the Chargers in Los Angeles. And so they played the Cowboys at home, which would have been a cold weather game, and the Patriots at home, which would have been a cold weather game. And they barely won that one. All of these games, they're barely outside the Cowboys game, they're barely escaping out of. Combine that with the injuries and the lack of preparation of a team who's willing, who's a good team and able to play in cold weather. they're going up against a team who can do it in the Kansas City Chiefs, a team
On
who's done it in cold weather, a team whose defense is much better than most of the others, and it's better now than when they played 5, 6 weeks ago. The offense, I can't say if the offense is getting it together or not. I don't believe the Miami defense is all that good, but I think like just like Tybo said, as long as we stick to the formula, that handing it off, doing play actions, getting Patrick Mahomes to move outside the pocket, and getting Travis Kelsey open, I think we'll be okay. That's the other thing is also how healthy are the Chiefs. We've got a lot of guys that are non-participant or light participants in practice. Nobody really to worry about. But if anybody watched the New Heights podcast this week, even for just a little bit, you saw how swollen and cut up Travis Kelsey's hands were. And I don't think that's from anything that necessarily happened on the field. I think that just has to do with how cold it was out there and the body recovering, more than any damage taken from hits or blocking. But how beat up are their bodies as well? That's going to be another key.
Well, that's the other thing
To
is we're coming
factor
off an extra 2 days of rest compared to the Bills.
exactly.
I think that will work in our advantage really well. We didn't have that advantage for most of the year, anyways, and the Bills were coming off more days rest than we were in the first game. We still had that close of a game.
Mm-hmm.
This makes all the difference for us right here.
We have a lot of guys, like even though we have some guys that are light participants or non-participants in practice, we're also getting some guys back from injuries. You've got Sky Moore, who is returning from injured reserve. I don't
Don't
know how
care.
much of the field on offense he'll see, but he could be a guy who's fielding and returning punts and kicks.
Absolutely
Kadarius
not.
Toney,
Please
who's getting healthy,
don't put
will
him
be
out
out
there.
there.
I swear to God, if he muffs a punt in the playoffs, he's got to be gone. Let him go. Don't let him finish out
He
his rookie
didn't last
contract.
year.
I don't care.
He didn't last year. Tell me how you really feel.
Sky Moore should not see snaps in this game, and I don't care if it's offense, defense, special teams. He should not be playing.
Don't activate him until next week, at the minimum.
Listen, I'm confident in this team. You guys have been in this game. You guys have been confident in this team the entire season.
Damn
And
right.
I think the things are just lining up perfectly. With I was worried about this team. I'm still kind of worried depending on who the opponent is and what the matchups look like. But given this matchup, given the opponent and everything that we're seeing, I think we are setting ourselves up to be a big time villain and steal this game. And maybe if Houston can steal a game, then it's back to the AFC Arrowhead Invitational,
Don't
and that
uh
would be a
don't
beautiful
forget
thing.
That'd be
don't
a hell
forget
of a
who the
story.
ref is. You guys know who the ref is?
John Hockley,
John
Who
Hockley.
Hoochie? Hockley, that's who it is.
Ed Hockley's son.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's not feed too
I
much
saw
into
that.
that,
I saw
Sean.
that video.
We're
The
not feeding
guy
too much
that
into it, but
didn't call the horse collar in the Eagles game. The Bills should have won that game. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, let's not. We don't need to rely on him. We're gonna have this game in hand.
I think
Well,
that
here's the
means for
thing as
us
well
that
is
we're going to be more used to how he calls the game.
I think it's going to be
We can get away with a little
maybe
bit
a
more
more
stuff.
fair game. I think we
Yeah.
could say potentially a more fair game, but I would go as far to say this is the Kansas City Chiefs have a 78% win percentage. We have an 80% win percentage when this guy refs our games. This guy and his crew refs our games. There's not much of a difference. So I don't think we need to put too much stake into this guy and his crew refing our games, other than maybe it's called a
We
little
just
bit more
we
fair.
just win games.
We just win 80%. We're gonna do it again this week.
Everybody, maybe not everybody, but a large majority of NFL fans are sick of us. I have fully embraced the New England Patriots 2000 2010 era dynasty crown as a fan base. So
I'm not worried about the Bills.
to
This
worried
might
isn't the
this
right
might be
word.
another three score,
Wary,
win.
wary, I think is a good word here. I am wary of the Bills. If we come out and play our game, we're not losing.
This is the Bills Super Bowl right here.
That they're gonna lose.
Yeah, like they
The
always
Bills
do.
are known for losing Super Bowls.
Both of these teams are known for turning the ball over as well. Just this season, well, we haven't done it in the playoffs. The ball hasn't been turned over by the Chiefs, and Josh Allen is known no matter what, playoffs, preseason, regular season, he's gonna sling it and he's gonna turn the ball over. Josh Allen probably handing the Chiefs the ball. I'd say he throws 2 picks. Put it down, throw it into a parlay, get ready for it. Josh Allen's throwing 2 picks.
Take it to the bank.
It's crazy that we don't have more interceptions in general on the season when you look at our depth chart. LJ, Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, Josh Williams, Mike Edwards. I don't think Justin Reed has ever been like a huge ball hockey kind of guy. Like he's a
I think he's
solid
got like 2
coverage.
interceptions in his career
He's
with
a
the Chiefs.
tackler. 2, okay. Honey Badger.
I was agreeing with you. I think he only has 2.
Okay. All right.
37 starts and he's got 2 interceptions.
But we got just like I think the best secondary room, CB room in the whole damn league, right? We should have more interceptions. So I hope this is one of the games that help jumps that turnover differential back towards our favor. I know we're pretty far in the negative, but
really far in the negative.
yeah.
This just
We're
jumpstarts
double
it, though.
digits.
Let's get it to single
With 3
digits,
games
baby.
left. All right, boys, let's pick this game. Sean, you're up.
Easy pick here.
Chiefs, Bills, 2.5 points
Chiefs.
to the Bills.
Chiefs.
I'm also taking the Chiefs. No questions about it. We'll
This is
rock
the
out of
first
this
time
one.
that we've had a Chiefs Bills game that Ty Bob picked the Chiefs. Isn't that crazy?
Ever.
You sure you don't want to pick
Ever.
the Bills, dude?
No, I don't want to pick the Bills.
I
I'm
think
good.
you should.
He just comes around in the playoffs to
In
actually pick
fact,
the Chiefs.
I'm not counting your pick as the Chiefs. You just picked the Bills. You are a certified Bills fan. The only beer that's in your fridge is Labatt's Blue.
I don't know. Is Labatt's good? I've never had it.
Oh, so it's a Pilsner. It's like Budweiser.
You
But I
would
think
say it's good, and I'm the Bills fan. Okay.
I think it's better. I mean, I'm Canadian. I've had Canadian beer before, you dickweed.
You still haven't answered the question.
What?
He's getting there.
Is
Just give him
Labatt
time.
good?
Give him time.
I think it's better than Bud Light. Like it's like Labatt's
By
Blue
far.
and Labatt's Blue, like Labatt's Light or whatever. Like it's like Budweiser to Bud Light. I think it's better than Bud Light. So
Maybe I'll have it one day if I ever get up north.
You can go get it at your local store, probably.
I was gonna say sometimes our Hy-Vees have them.
They don't sell alcohol on the Kansas side, only on the Missouri side.
Said our. I'm not a Kansan. I'm a Missourian.
Well, you're a Floridian,
Part
so
time.
you don't even have Hy-Vee.
I'm not.
You don't even have Hy-Vee,
Thinking
dude.
of my
I wanna hear it.
homeland. I still own a house in Missouri.
This guy,
Everything I said is true.
Mr. Big Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, that means that you can vote on the whole 3/8 cents tax issue going on. No, that wasn't in Jackson County. Never mind. You cannot.
Yeah. You can't.
I think Florida passed sports betting though.
Oh, hey, look at you. We can take it to the
Heyo.
bank now.
Missouri's getting close to.
Maybe one day.
All right, so it's official. Ty Bob, Bills, Sean, and I, Chiefs.
As the
If that's
resident
how you
Chiefs
wanna mark
fan,
it
He
down.
nodded his head. He nodded his
If
head.
that's how you want to mark it down. Join us back next week after the divisional round games as we recap everything that has happened as we get into championship week. Until next time, go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Chiefs.